Welcome to the Wake Up Show. Here comes the trivia.
Welcome to the Wake Up Show. How's it going, everyone? Another week, another Saturday. How's your Saturday? It's just gone, it's about 12 minutes past the hour, and here we are on the Wake Up Show. We've changed the setup again, got rid of the green screen, and we're coming at you from down under, and we've got trivia, of course, because that's what it's all about, and a little bit later, coming up about 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we've got Nimmin Live, which we'll touch on a little bit later on. And new headphones beanie. Let's dive into the chat. I'm already seeing comments. So let's go give the shout outs, the obligatory shout outs at the start of the stream. This is all a pre-stream, people who have popped past since we scheduled the stream and before we went live. Shelby's Corner came past early, so did Beanie. The Predictor came past early. I did while I was making my grilled cheese, of course. Alex Tox came past early as well, and as did Freedom. And just before the stream, we had Sweeney Dunstan and Josephine in the chat. And as we went live, here comes everybody in. People like Dan Norton, welcome to the stream. And I've just jumped ahead and missed everybody. Here we go. The mouse I'm using is not my regular mouse. Felicia came in as well. And Thundercams is here. And Predictor is live, as of course is Beanie Draws, the moderator for tonight's stream. Well, the first moderator for tonight's stream. So let's see. Are they these are the same headphones I've always had, so no, the headphones haven't changed. My background is black. That's probably part of it. I got during the week I got a sit-stand desk, so my desk is a little bit higher. I'm on a stool, and my camera is up here, right there. There we are. So yeah, just have to rejig all the lights and the positions and everything because of the position. Now, if I stand up, I think my head would be out of shot or partly out of shot. So I'm sitting on a stool right now at my sit-stand desk. So let's see. Dan is in the house. He's working some early morning rugby streams. Okay, cool. Cool, because a lot of the rugby is happening in other parts of the world, I'm sure. I have no idea what's going on in the world of rugby right now. Who else? What do we got down here? We've got... Are you using speakers as a bookshelf stand? Says Beanie. Yes, I am. Well, because I'm not at my seat level, I'm up elevated a bit. I've elevated my bookshelf to approximately to be behind me rather than above me or below me, if that's the case. Let's see. What else have we got here? Felicia says, where did I get the sit-stand desk? I'm keen to get one. Well, I picked this up as a special by Aldi, of all places. So it's like it's not like a electronic one. It's just got a crank, and you got to crank it to adjust the height. But it seems to be pretty sturdy. Like, you have to assemble it yourself, but I'm happy with it so far. So I got it on Wednesday. Very hard to get. I've been in other Aldi since, and I have not seen them. I've only seen one, and it's the one I got. So get in if you want to check Aldi for that one. And I think they only come in the one colour, which is the white. Actually, I should be able to show you the white. See if you can see the desk in this side shot. Can't really tell, but you can see in the side shot, that's my mat. But underneath it's white there, you can see. So that's my side camera that I got going today. And yet that is packing blankets for acoustics. There we go. Behind the curtain, so to speak. Behind the curtain. So yeah, there we are, and here we go. Predictor's asking questions early on. Hopefully my brain is working for questions today. We're going to get into trivia, of course, because it is a wake-up show. And, as always, when we're waiting for trivia, people will be waiting for those questions to come up later in One Tip Trivia on Nimmin Live. Predictor says, what is the difference between playbacks and views? That's a good question. I got 2.3k playbacks in my stream, but showing us only got 1.1 views. I think when it means playback, I think if people jump out and come back in, that's an extra playback. But the view is only counted once for that person because, they're not watching it. They're only watching it once. They're watching different parts of the stream at different times. That would be my assumption. I'm just assuming. That's just me assuming. I don't know for sure. Don't know for sure. But that would be my understanding between playbacks and views. Because views are counted as not like a physical view. Because if you keep watching the same thing over and over, it's not going to, if you watch something 10 times, it's not going to count it as 10 views. Where are we? I keep losing the chat here. There we go. Paul Peck is in the house as well. Paul Peck, welcome to the stream. I think it's time we hit the first trivia question. Let us hit it. And if I was more organised, I would be transferring across to the trivia question screen. But here we are. Pushed into my face a little bit. I've got a couple of questions that I had left over from last week, so we're going to get into those first and on to the new questions. This week, I did not have a chance to check the spreadsheet, so I have not got new viewer questions. These are all ones I've sourced myself, so nobody has an advantage so far today. And let's see what the first question is. I think we're going a bit of history to start the show. And one thing I don't have is background music today because my pre-stream song I actually had set up on my Stream Deck, so I didn't have my iTunes going. So there you go. But anyway, let's hit the question. First question is, Ferdinand III, we'll call him Ferdinand III, was the longest reigning monarch of what former kingdom? Ferdinand III was the longest reigning monarch of what former kingdom? So it's a kingdom that doesn't exist in today's world, but it existed at one time in the earth. So there you go. And 3 minutes on the clock, of course. 3 minutes on the clock. And let's see if this works. I've got a bit of a stinger for turning the clock on. Here we go. There we go. A bit of a clock stinger there to get us going, and the clock is ticking down. The other thing I want to do is get that little tick-tock noise in the background while the clock is ticking down, but I didn't get that set up today. All right, let's see what we've got. Some answers coming in, so we're going to highlight the answers, of course. So basically what happens is I put the question up. If you know the answer, you pop it in the chat. If you don't know the answer, you can take a guess. You can go look it up on Google, do whatever you want. But we have a clock of 3 minutes. We're down to 2 minutes and 10 seconds left. And once that window has finished, we're going to reveal the correct answer. In the meantime, I start highlighting your guesses and or correct answers. Beanie comes in with Beantopia. I need to move that above there. There we go. Beantopia. Is Beantopia a real place? But Sweeney won't be outdone. He's got Dunstonia. Now I've got to figure out how to pronounce these fictitious places. Beanie's coming in with World of Solitude. Paul Peck's coming in with Babylonia. That sounds slightly more realistic than some of those early ones. Babylonia. Because there was a place called Babylon in the Middle East, of course. Felicia's going to go and guess Wessex. There you go, Wessex. There you go. Put it out there. Keep guessing. The answer is coming up. I can see we've got... let's see. About 11 people watching the stream right now. So looking down at my stream deck, telling me what's going on. Make sure, don't forget, while you're mulling the answer for this question, which I'm going to reveal in about 50 seconds, make sure you share this stream out. Don't forget, let's get a few people in here as they wake up their day on the east coast of the US, those who might still be snoozing on the west coast, and those that might be going to bed down under. New Zealand, Australia, some parts of Asia, getting ready for bed. But here we are. It's 22 past 10 here in Brisbane, but in some parts of the world, it's 22 past 8 a.m. East coast of the US. And if anybody is interested in looking what the desk looks like, I did post it on my Instagram last night, I believe, about 24 hours ago. So I did post the pictures. And the clock is about to go. We're about to hear that buzzer. There it is. So now it's time to reveal the answer. And as always, we throw in a little drum roll. And the answer is, a bit of a glitch on my end. Sicily, the former kingdom of Sicily. So there you go. Sicily is now part of modern-day Italy, I believe. There you go. And just as I say, Sicily, predictor comes in with Sicily. So if you Googled Ferdinand III, you would probably have found the correct answer, I'm sure. So yeah, that's the first question. That's the warm-up question for today. And before we continue, let's wipe the board. Let's go back to another page. Ooh, the transitions are slow today. The transitions are slow. And as you can see right there, Nimmin Live is coming up in just over an hour from now. Dee and Nick are coming at you with something very special, which I'm going to reveal to you right now. I'm going to drop this. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys. If you haven't been looking at your subscription feeds, the following information has come to us. Yes, tonight at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, Nick and Dee are doing channel roasts. This is something new and different. So channel roast, what's the channel roast? It says here, everyone is reviewing channels these days, so we're going to do something different today. We're going to roast them. This could be fun. This is all in good fun, and anything we say during the roast is to be taken with a grain of salt. So, we could be in for a lot of entertainment, or we could be in for a dumpster fire. So tune in at 9:30 a.m. Eastern to find out. I'm interested to find out how that's going to go. That's for sure. There we go. And Paul Peck has just tweeted out. Thank you very much for sharing that out, Paul. Share it out any which way. You don't have to share it on Twitter. You can share it any way you like. And I don't have my phone plugged in today, so I won't be doing Twitter shout-outs. So if you do tweet it out, just let me know in the chat, and I'll give you a shout-out right there and then. That's one way to do it. Beanie reckons that tears will flow for the channel roasting. Yes, I think you if you're gonna put your hand up for a channel roast today, you want to have be prepared. You want to prepare your body. Predictor says, I think Nick's account's been hacked by a drunken guy. What is this thing? What is this channel roast? I'm interested to see what's going on. And a big shout out to Jacob, who has just joined the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're going to carry right on into the next trivia question. Let's do that right now. First of all, let's get on over to the trivia page. And we're going to start with this next one, which is geography. So let's have a look at the question. And it says, by area, what is the smallest ocean in the world? By area, what is the smallest ocean in the world? Let's put the clock on. Three minutes on the clock, and we're counting down. So if you want to have a go at guessing which ocean this is, drop it in the comments right now. Let's see who can get it right. Let's see who can get it close or who can get it wrong. And Sweeney says, I've been prepared since they first posted it, preparing your mind mentally and your body physically to receive a roasting. I don't know who's going to be game to put their hand up. That's all. That's what I'm want to see who's up for the challenge, so to speak. So anyway, answers are starting to come in. So let's highlight a few of those. And while we do that, let's might as well wave to everybody on the other camera. How's it going? All right. Now, Jaco says that Indian Ocean is a hue, which I think means a hue is huge, I think. Predictor says the Arctic Ocean. Josephine's come in with North Pole Arctic Ocean as well. We'll call that as the same. Felicia's come in with Arctic as well. Jaco says I'm probably wrong, but didn't use Google. Hey, it's all right. It's all right to have. It's all right to. Oh, I'm bumping the mic. It's all right to have a guess. I wonder if Nick keeps the race to 3 minutes. Hey, 3 minutes is my thing. Okay, I got 3-minute counter. Alex Tox is coming with Pacific Ocean. Oh yeah, Pacific. That's an interesting answer. Predictor says I'm from India because that's near the Indian Ocean. I guess that's the reason for that. Jaco says I know it's not the Pacific. Yeah, Pacific's pretty big, so I don't know if it's gonna fall into the smallest category. We'll see. Alex has come in with never mind Arctic Ocean. Freedom Using Farm and Arbor Homestead is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Let me look this way at the camera. Sight on camera. This is pretty radical for me. Let's go back to the other camera. And wrong one. Beanie says the Pacific is pretty big. It is pretty big. One side you've got Asia, Australia. Jump over the other side, you've got North America, South America. It's pretty huge. In the middle somewhere, you got a lot of islands. Look at that. And looking at the clock. Oh, I think the buzzer's about to go. So let's get ready for a reveal. Stop bumping the microphone stand. All right, that's the buzzer. It's time to reveal the answer. We've had a little bit of commonality there. I think majority of the answers was good old Arctic. So let's see if Arctic is correct. By area, what is the smallest ocean in the world? Is Arctic correct? And yes, the answer is the Arctic Ocean. Well done. Well done. A little bit more Googling in that second one. And thank you very much for participating in that one. It was if you thought about it for a minute, you'd probably get it. But a Google puts all doubt to the side for sure. All right, let's clear the board. Let's jump in. Let's keep the close shot for a second because we want to do this. We want to shout out to Elite J, Super Chat, 99 cents. Jay, thank you very much. I was going to look at the other camera, but it's not on. Thank you very much for the Super Chat. Appreciate that very much. And welcome to the stream, by the way. Beanie, I want to add another joke, but I'll behave. Yeah, you got to behave, Beanie. You got to behave. Let's see what we've got happening in the chat before we go to the next trivia question. Josephine says, our final exam, we worked with no vision, so our school forces us to use that program, and I can't get it to work at home. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. Does anyone know where is the Indian Ocean? Well, you know where India is. It's sort of all around India and below India. It's the ocean that's between Australia and Africa, and India at the top and a bunch of others at the top there. So that's where the Indian Ocean is. So it's to the west of me, where's my west? My west is behind me. It's to the west of me. And Freedom came in late with the correct answer, of course. Unless that came in right on the buzzer. I might be behind in the chat, maybe. Will trivias be on from a couple of weeks back or maybe a month? Yeah, I usually leave them on my channel for at least a month, sometimes a little bit longer. So the older shows are still on the channel, so you should be able to find those on my channel if that's what you're asking in regards to trivia. Oh, that you sent. If I've used it, it'll be on one of those shows. If you've put it in the last week or two, I probably haven't looked at it yet, so it might still be coming up. I currently see three. The brand. Oh yeah, the brand watermark. Yeah, the brand watermark's my channel logo at the moment. I was checking some stuff out with the brand watermark, and I changed it from the one I was using to that. So yeah. The trivia bar. The trivia bar is this one here. The trivia bar. My face is there down in the bottom right hand side. The trivia bar is there. Was that the? That's not the one I was on. I was on that one. The trivia bar. And I just had to double check, but Elite J has dropped another 99 cents super chat. Thank you very much for dropping a sec. I thought it might have been the same. I thought, has my chat moved again? But thank you. It's a second super chat. Thank you, Elite J, for doing that. And don't forget, you can super chat at any time to highlight a question or just for appreciation. And if you don't have super chat available, there's a link in below for Streamlabs. You can give by PayPal if you want. So I have both available. All right, let's keep going with the chat because I'm not catching up with the chat here. JK says, I added about 3 weeks back and you used one about a fingernail, I think. Yes. Sometimes the questions in there, I might not use every single question, but I'll try and use as many as I can. So, but if they're new and I haven't looked yet, then I haven't got to them yet. So that's also true. The image weather, yep. And Daniel Batal is in the house. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good video yesterday as well. Daniel, I concur 1,000%. It sort of took me back to the one that Nick did a few months ago on the same subject. So thank you very much for giving us a fresh perspective. That was good. Where are we? Everyone's I'm up to date on the chat. That's why I can't find any more messages because there we are. It's time for the next question. So let's hit that, shall we? Let's hit that next question. And I'm feeling a little bit of a headache coming on, so I keep the fluids up. These fluids. And before I do that, it's time to reveal the next question. The last question was all about the Arctic Ocean. This one is ocean-based, but different. So let's have a look at the ocean-based question. It's a sporting question. What skipper lost the 1983 America's Cup and then won the cup back in 1987? What skipper lost the 1983 America's Cup and then won the cup back in 1987? 3 minutes on the clock. Let's drop that stinger. Have a think about it. We're looking for the man who skippered the boat, America's Cup. It's yachting. I'll give you that. It's a yachting. America's Cup is yachting. So we're looking for the skipper of the boat that lost in 1983, and then he won it back. So what is the name of that skipper? The captain of the vessel. What is that? And in the meantime, I've got to go back into the chat before we start showing answers. We need to jump up and thank Paul Peck for the $4.99 super chat. He says, "Keep up the good work, Doug." Paul, appreciate that. Appreciate your good and hard work on YouTube as well. Thank you for being part of the Nimminati, the community. We're all here supporting each other. It's pretty cool. All right, and Shelby's Corner is here as well, so big shout out to Shelby's Corner for the first time in the stream. Another moderator in the house. And let's see where we are. Beanie is asking how majestic is Daniel's hair today. Okay, we've got some answers coming in. So let's start highlighting answers to this question. Who is that skipper? I'll be revealing the answer in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Skipper. Dennis Conner, says the predictor. The predictor's a bit of an aficionado of the America's Cup, I guess. Possibly. We will see. Let's see. We lost Felicia at skipper. Alex Tox is coming with Dennis Conner as well. And a hashtag Hewson YT, that's not a guess for the answer. That's just representing. That's what that is. All right. And I see no more potential answers in the chat right now. Now, my phone was going off a couple of minutes ago, so let's see what is going on. We got a mention by Dan Norton, so I'll give a quick shout out. Dan Norton for the mention. Beanie draws as well. Felicia followed me on Instagram because she wanted to check out the desk, I would imagine. And I think that's it. That's it for what is coming up in my alerts. So thank you for all the shares and follows and alerts. One thing about this new this stool that I got, it's not a long-term sitting stool. I'm going to have to get up and stretch before Nimmin Live starts, that's for sure. All right. Any more potential answers? No, we just got chat in the chat. No more potential answers coming through. We had a couple of Dennis Connors, I believe, and that was it. And we're going to reveal the answer. I think the timer is about to go. There it is. I always look up for some reason. I don't know why I look up because the buzzer's not up there. I just keep looking up. There we go. There we go. And a big shout out to Crazy Zany Puppets. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's time to reveal the answer. And the question was, what skipper lost the 1983 America's Cup and then won that cup, the America's Cup, back in 1987? And the answer is Dennis Conner. So those couple of you that said Dennis Conner, well done. Thank you very much for, well, not thank you very much, but well done. Congratulations for getting that. Nice Googling, I would say, particularly because I knew it was a predictor and Alex Tox. It probably weren't even around in 83 or 87. Some of the younger members of the community coming in with the answer. Well done. Nicely done, nicely done. All right. I'm going to go right into the next question, just so we can get this rolling. And this one is it's not really a geography question, but it's a question about something that happened somewhere. Here we go. In which country is the Nobel Peace Prize awarded? In which country is the Nobel Peace Prize awarded? Dropping that timer. Here we go. The timer's ticking down. If you know which country that is, pop it in the chat. Have a go, have a guess, look it up, whatever you need to do. Let's see. And before we continue, let's give another super chat. We've got 10 PLN. And I'm not sure I've forgotten what PLN is, but thank you very much for the 10 PLN. And it says, what are you using for your live stream? And what I'm using here, I'm on a Mac, so I'm using Ecamm Live. So I have my Ecamm Live here, and I've got a Logitech C930 camera there, and of course, I'm like my second camera tonight, which is an older C615. So it's like a more basic camera, but it's technically supposed to be 1080p, but we'll forgive it. It's not really 1080p in my opinion, but yeah. So you can see here this picture. We've got probably hard to tell. But let's just do this. Ecamm Live. We've got our vision window. We can select our scenes down the side. All my overlays that I turn on and off with the trivia questions is down here. We've got some audio controls here, and we've got our chat up on this side. So it's all happening on my big 27-inch monitor there. So yeah, Ecamm Live, highly recommend it. I believe there's a link in the description for Ecamm Live if you want to check it out, the invite code. But just in case you can't, it's not, I'll just drop it in the chat as well for you guys, just so you know. But I need to get back to highlighting the answers for this question because we've got like just over a minute to go. So let me jump back. And the first answer I see is from O'Shea as well, saying Switzerland. So there's one possible answer. Daniel came in with Norway. Predictors also going with Norway, but not quite sure. I've got a question mark there. O'Shea's come back with another possible answer of Poland. Felicia coming with Sweden and a question mark as well. Alex talks with Earths, but Earth isn't a country. So, yeah. And Beanie's asking a question. I've caught up with all the possible guesses so far. Beanie asked, what camera is a side view? It's a C615, Logitech C615. It's one I had for ages, and I never really used it for live streaming. But, when you buy a cheap webcam for, like, if you're going to Skype someone, because you don't want to, your computer, you don't want to use like a little potato camera in your laptop. That's what that is. All right, and the time's up. We're going to reveal the answer in just a second. But before I do, O'Shea is here as well, saying another super chat here from O'Shea. How can I book a session with you for Ecamm? That's a good question. That's good. I've never been asked that before. So what I would do is, what I would say is to shoot me an email, go to my About page on YouTube, to the address, and there's an email address there. I'd shoot me an email, and we'll see what we can work out. Because, I've never considered, no one's ever asked me that question before, but I've never considered, doing a training session on Ecamm. So I have been using Ecamm for a little while now, so I could probably run through most of the basics. And I'm getting it to work with overlays and bringing the chat in and all this stuff. So, hit me up. And appreciate the super chat too, by the way. All right. We're going to reveal the answer. The answer you seek is coming right up. And which country is the Nobel Peace Prize awarded? Here we go. And we've got a long answer. It's Norway. But note that all other Nobel Prizes are awarded in Sweden. So people who said Sweden, you were close. So like the physics and other prizes, peace, literatures and all those are done in Sweden. But the peace one is done in Norway. So a little bit extra information there for that one. A little bit extra information. So well done. Those a few people that did mention Norway, and I know there was a few Swedens as well, so you're pretty close. Pretty close. I'm going to jump off that right for a second here. Let's jump back, and there we are. Here we go. Let's see what's happening in the chat. And it is probably 720p, that camera over there. They did claim 1080p on the front, but it never looked 1080p to me. Beanie concurs. Interesting course idea, yeah. Google messed up. If you just said Nobel Prize, then it'll probably say Sweden, but it's the specific prize of Nobel Peace Prize. So, but I pay Sweden for the fact that you got. That's where all the other Nobel Prizes are awarded from. So, there you go. Alex Talks asked what microphone. This is a Samsung Q7. I think it's a Q7. So it's an XLR microphone. So that goes XLR plug. Like the mic plugs with the free prongs. XLR. I've got it running into a Focusrite Scarlett Solo. And then that runs that's the USB interface, runs in USB into my Mac. So it takes the XLR microphone and pipes it into your computer for you. And you can control all your gain and some of the levels, and runs the headphones so I can hear what's going on as well. So that's the answer to that question. Crazy Danny Puppets has a Logitech C920 is 1080p. That's right. I'm running a C930E, which is this one here. That's 1080p as well. Very similar. Very similar. They're just the build's slightly different between the C920 and C930s. And the predictor is asking, how to use my XLR microphone to my mobile and use it in Streamlabs. Now, that's pretty tricky. An XLR, you can get... Now, obviously your mobile, hopefully, if it's one of the older ones and not like a newfangled iPhone, it doesn't have a headphone port. If you've got like a standard headphone jack in the phone, you can get a cable that's XLR to like a phono, sort of a 3.5 millimeter jack. And is it 3.5? No, it's a 6.5 millimeter jack. And then you can get an adapter on that and go to a 3.5 millimeter jack to put in your headphone. I'm not sure if that would work or not. As long as your XLR microphone doesn't require phantom power, because if you require phantom power to power it, like some of the condenser microphones or the bigger, beefier microphones that have different settings and stuff, some of those require phantom power, which the Focusrite can provide. I can flick a switch and send phantom power, but this mic doesn't need one because it's just a basic handheld microphone. So I would guess you'd get away with just running the cable, but I don't know if they're all exactly going to match up. You could test that. So you could get like an XLR to 6.5 millimeter plug, and then put an adapter on that from the 6.5 millimeter to a 3.5 millimeter, and that's the way to go. And yeah, Streamlabs Mobile, enabling the microphone. It should recognize the microphone by default, but depending on the phone you've got, it would just depend on how your phone recognizes deals with the microphones. Because usually, like if you got, like say, an old iPhone with a headphone jack, what you can do is as soon as you plug that in, it will use your external. If it recognizes it as an external microphone, it'll use that rather than the built-in mic on your phone. So hopefully that's the same for your phone. So you just have to try it and have a look. And then if not, dive into the settings a little bit more of your phone. Because I think with Streamlabs, it just goes with whatever mic the system is giving it. Because I know because I use an iPhone, when I'm using Streamlabs, if I plug a microphone in, it'll automatically use that microphone. It won't use the built-in mic on the phone. Daniel's got some knowledge on this. You can purchase items like iRig that allows phantom power, and you can insert it into a phone or camera. Yeah. So there's specialized equipment. So sometimes if you've got a simple mic, you might get away with just plugging it in, but some other things might need the actual adapters or the iRigs or the little converter boxes. There's so many different ways to go on that. Felicia says, I look at Rode. They have great mics. Yeah, I have a lapel from Rode. I have their Smart Lav, so it's built for a mobile phone. So it's like, because it's got the TRRS connector, because a lot of mobile phones, it's the plug that will do the headphones, the microphone, all in one. So that's what's called TRRS. I'll just see where. I don't have any of my microphones handy. I have the Rode Smart Lav, the one that Felicia's talking about. That plus I have a lot of other mics that you can get that are made specifically for phones that you can plug in. It's like a little mini shotgun mic. They have those as well. So you can go lapel, you can go little mini shotgun. You can do all that. So it's probably the way to go rather than trying to plug a big bulky XLR microphone into a smartphone. Okay, Alex says, I don't have any more questions, but now you do, except one. Now, obviously, Nimmin is sponsored by TubeBuddy. No, I am not sponsored by TubeBuddy. I promote TubeBuddy because I have an affiliate link, which is in the description, I believe. I think it's in the description. It better be in the description. And I don't even have a button to drop my link in the chat. So, but yeah, I do have an affiliate link for TubeBuddy, so I do promote it. So, but no, I'm not sponsored. They do not give me money for talking about TubeBuddy. All the questions are coming in. And I can't get back to the trivia. Here we go. But that's fine. I don't mind questions. It does say subscriber Q&A in addition to trivia. Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. How to make the chat come up on screen as part of Ecamm Live. It's a built-in feature because Ecamm connects directly to your YouTube account. You can pull the chat into a window, and I just click on it, and it comes up on the screen. So it's real easy. You can do that with some other services like StreamYard. We'll do that as well. Be Live, if you're going to Facebook. Be Live are behind the ball and not going to YouTube, so they need to pull their finger out, but Streamlabs is leaving them in the wake. I mean, StreamYard, I should say, not Streamlabs. StreamYard. But Ecamm, if you're on a Mac, it's pretty good. See, Daniel says, I'm not sponsored by TubeBuddy and I work for them, which is true, yeah. All right. Is Ecamm Live available? No, Ecamm Live is only Mac. It's Mac only. If you're on Windows, you're probably better off with Streamlabs OBS or go with something like, if you just want to stream from, say, your Chrome browser, go something like StreamYard if you're not doing anything too technical. It just depends on what you're doing, what you're streaming. I want Daniel Battelle or you to make a video. Did you watch Daniel Battelle's video from yesterday? Go to his channel. He's talking about getting sponsorships. It touches on that, so I'll go there as a starting point just because it's the most recent one in my mind. Nick Nimmin has some stuff on sponsorships as well, so you can go check those out on his channel. But yeah. I'm probably not the best one to talk about sponsorships because I don't have any sponsorships. I've never done a sponsored video on my channel thus far. So, it'll come one day, but it hasn't happened yet. So I'm probably not the best one to talk about it just yet. Once I got a few under my belt, maybe I can talk about it. And just as I said, Daniel's latest video kind of it touched on getting sponsorships because it's talking about getting sponsors approaching you and wanting you to do deals, do videos for free. Don't do videos for free. And there we go. I'm gonna take this opportunity to get back to the trivia. Because I have people in my ear saying things like,
"More trivia, please."
So, we're going to need to get over there and do it.
Please.
Or they're getting urgent. So here we go. Now the last question was the Nobel Peace Prize question. Now let's go geography again. We've got a few geography questions today. And here we go. What is the capital of Croatia? Very simple question. A country that is happening today. A country that is existing today. Happening today. A country that's existing today. What is the capital city of Croatia? All right, and we need to drop that time on the clock, and let's drop it right now. And make sure you go and drop your guess, your correct answer, your Googled answer in the chat in the next 2.5 minutes. Let's get it happening. And I'm going to look for those answers to start coming through. Here we go. But before we do, and yes, we're having go deeper in the future. Yes, deeper is good. And thank you. And here come the answer. Here comes some guesses at the answer. Here we go. Alex Tox is the first one in with Zagreb. Predictors also says, I think it's Zagreb. Felicia says, I didn't actually know, but a quick Google, and now I've learned something. It's always good to learn something, definitely. Freedom's come in with Zagreb as well. Well, we'll see if that's correct in about a minute and a half's time. Let's jump back to there. I hope I'm not cutting off the circulation in my leg on this stool. Let's get comfortable here. I think people have gone quiet because they're out there Googling. They're out there Googling. Capital city of Croatia. I really needed to get that TikTok sound in the background. I don't know why I didn't get that ready in time. What has happened with that? I see a wild Tapper John here saying good morning. Welcome to the stream. Put that up there. I can see we're going to reveal the answer in 40 seconds. Time is ticking down fast. I'm jumping in and... Oh, there it is. There it is. I've found what I'm looking for. Let's get rid of that. Let's put that over there. And we'll try that for the next one. Yes. And there is the buzzer. Let's see last minute things in the chat. Why is TIA pronounced as Shia? Croatia. It's like completion. T-I-O-N. It makes a sh sound. That's just what happens in English. English is a complex language. All right. Yeah, those borders in that region of the world keep changing constantly. Like countries exist and don't exist. They merge. They break apart. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Anyway, it's time to reveal the answer. And the answer is, the question is, what is the capital city of Croatia? And it is, in fact, Zagreb. So those of you who Googled and got Zagreb, you are absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Well done. I was told English is hardest. Yeah, that's what I heard as well. English is one of the most complex languages in the world. So those of us who speak English, we either are doing a pretty good job or we butcher it, and we're just sort of making do. Right into the next question, of course, which is, the adult human skeleton is made up of how many bones? The adult human skeleton is made up of how many bones? It's time to drop the timer. It's time to drop in your answers right now, or as soon as you figure out what that number is. How many bones in the human skeleton? Adult human skeleton, not a young person, but an adult. Here we go. I just got the 30-minute alert for Nimmin Live, so that's coming up very soon indeed. And there we go. We've got the ticking sound. How long does it run for? It doesn't run long enough. I thought that was longer. I thought that was like close to my 3 minutes. But anyway, let's start revealing the answers that are coming in from people. People are having a good crack at this one because it's a number. Numbered answers usually get good responses. Excuse me. Sweeney Dunstan was the first one in with an answer, and I see he has said 206. Freedom came in with 236. Predictor came in with 234. Felicia came with 206. Big Dog's come in with, it's my birthday, and welcome to the stream, Big Dog, and happy birthday. Tapper John comes in with, I forgot that it was 1.25 plus, whatever that is. Alex Tox with 206. Daniel is coming with 208. He says, used to be 206, but I broke a couple, so I have extra pieces. Yeah, that's a good answer. Definitely. Big Dog says they have 152 bones. Okay. Brad, welcome to the stream. This has come from the Streamlabs tutorial video. This is a slightly different stream to the Streamlabs tutorial video. Actually, I've done several Streamlabs videos now. I'm sort of becoming a bit of a Streamlabs ambassador. Streamlabs, you need to reach out to me. But yeah, it's probably that most recent one. But welcome to the stream anyway, Brad. Predictor's saying 206. And we're going to reveal the answer in just under 40 seconds. Predictor said 206. Paul Peck's come in with 207. And Christian from Launchpad Astronomy is in the house. Welcome to the stream. It's all happening here. Everybody's saying good morning. Let's see. Christian's working out the answer now. He's working out one by one, seeing how they're all connected, counting them up, finding out the answer. And we're about to hear the buzzer. The time is about to run out for this question. And there's the buzzer. Now, the question is, how many bones are in the adult human skeleton? Let's find out. The official answer is, if I can point properly, 206. 206 bones in the adult human body. There was a few 206s in there, so well done those people who got 206. There was a lot of people circling that as well. So well done. Well done. Clear the board again. We shall clear the board. I'm going to jump back for a second to one of the other scenes. I feel like I need to get up and have a stretch, but we're getting to the home stretch of the show, and the thing we need to remind people of, coming up in about 25 or so minutes, Nimmin Live at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern with Nick and D. Nimmin. Something very special this week. Instead of channel reviews, we've got channel roasts. So make sure to tune in and find out what that's all about. I'm looking forward to that, just for something unique and different in the world of YouTube channel reviews. Could be good. Could be entertaining. A lot of people might get hurt, but we never know. We won't know until we see it. What's going on in the chat? A lot of good morning. Launchpad Astronomy's coming in. Everybody's giving that shout out to Christian there. And yet nothing that I need to address in the chat. So, we've got a few more trivia questions coming up our sleeve. But yeah, of course. Now, I think I did see... Did I see a question that I missed? I just need to scroll back. Because I was in the middle of a question. I skipped it. Oh, here we go. Alex said, you see this, what I did is, at the start of 2019, I counted how many Sundays were in 2019. It was 52. Makes sense, there's 52 weeks in a year. So then I made 52 videos and uploaded them as scheduled videos. Are there any negatives to this? If you schedule them and they're going to come out every Sunday for a year, that's great. I know somebody who has a dashcam channel, not me, that actually does that. They schedule it out. They've got their schedule because they put out every second week on a Friday. They have their stuff scheduled out for at least 6 months. So, there's no disadvantage to that. So, it's all good. All good. And all my videos I upload are scheduled as well, but I don't usually have that many in the bag to schedule a year ahead. All right, back to the chat. And back to the trivia, of course. Back to the trivia.
More trivia, please.
All right. There's a lot of sort of geographical type questions today. The next one is, where would you find St. Peter's Basilica? Where would you find St. Peter's Basilica? Let's put the time on the clock. Here we go. Answers go in the chat. You know what to do. You know the drill. This time in the show. Guess. Look it up on Google. Whatever you got to do. We're counting down. 3 minutes is ticking down very quickly. St. Peter's Basilica. I'll start highlighting answers in about 10 seconds. See if there's any more shout outs there. Nothing's popping up on my notifications. Here we go. And first one in with the answer is Josephine. It says Rome. Launchpad Astronomy has come in with New York City. Felicia says the Vatican. Sweeney Dunson, that's probably in regards to something else that's happening in the chat that I've missed. Oh, I get it. St. Peter's Basilica, his abdomen. I get it. Alex says Vatican City. Beanie Draw says in a church. Well, let's just say St. Peter's Basilica is a church. Just to drop a bit of extra information. Big Dog says, is the Cash app good to use for tips and donations if you can't use Streamlabs OBS to work right? I use Streamlabs, and I don't even use Streamlabs OBS because I'm on Mac, so I can't use the OBS. I'm using Ecamm, but I can still use, like if you use regular OBS or you use another streaming software, you can still use the donation part of Streamlabs. It still works. Because it's basically like a landing page to collect the donation. So as long as you've got PayPal and set that up, you can do that as well. And they'll give you a link. You can provide the link. I'm not familiar with Cash App. So if there's a Cash App, I'm not familiar with it. So I can't give any recommendation on that one. So yeah, I don't know about Cash App. I haven't heard of it. If that's the name of it, I haven't heard of it. Some people like to even just do a simple drop like a PayPal Me link in their description and use that. I think Josephine, who's in the chat, uses PayPal Me. I do have a PayPal Me address too, but I just have my PayPal account linked to my Streamlabs page because it's easy. And I have Super Chat now, so that's obviously the other way if you're on YouTube and you're monetized. Lemonhead Penny is in the house. Welcome to the stream. Beanie says, Vatican City. Thanks, Google. Well, we shall find out. I think I just heard the buzzer, but the timer is still ticking. Why are you still ticking? All right, it's time to reveal the answer. Where would you find St. Peter's Basilica? It is, in fact, in Vatican City. Vatican City, which is in Rome, by the way. Well, it's encased by Rome. Vatican City is actually a separate sovereign nation. So it's one of the smallest in the world. I think we had that in trivia before, actually, about Vatican. So there you go. And a bit of we've got a lot of geographical questions because the next one's coming right up. And here it is. Pago Pago is the capital of which U.S. territory? Pago Pago is the capital of which U.S. territory? And let's drop the time on the clock. So have a crack at that one. What's the name of that U.S. territory? The capital is Pago Pago. And Neil, Crypto Cruising's in the house, saying, hey there, big dogs. The name's Doug, not Dog, but anyway, I'll take that. Josephine says, Daniel Batal, because you look like a rock star, I thought he had a music channel. There you go. His reputation precedes him. Lemonhead Penny is going first in with a potential answer of Guam. Alex Tox has come in with American Samoa. Launchpad is also concurring with American Samoa with a question mark, of course. Big Dog. Oh, Streamlabs. Okay. Now I did Big Dog. I did do a video on how to get donations before you have Super Chat available. That's a video that's on my channel from last year sometime. I'm not sure how far back, but it's like it says Super Chat on the thumbnail with a big red X through it. So go check that out because that gives you some additional options for collecting donations outside of Super Chat. So that hopefully might help you along as well. And Paul says to Neil, you missed my Super Chat for Doug. Yes, Paul did indeed drop the Super Chat a little bit earlier. And we've got a minute 10 before we reveal the answer to this. We've had Guam, we've had American Samoa so far as potential answers. It's all happening. Neil's just gotten up out of bed because it's that time of day. Well, for Neil, it's that time of day. Spiral Queen, welcome to the stream. Welcome. Just doing a bit of trivia here and shooting the breeze and hanging out with the folks from different parts of the world. In fact. Looking for any more potential answers coming in the chat. I think that we've got about 20 seconds, just under 20 seconds left. And we're going to reveal the correct answer for the question below. Pago is the capital of what US territory? Beanie's fighting. The main reason, Beanie, you're fighting the urge to sleep is because you just want to see what this channel roasting thing is all about and if it's going to be a dumpster fire or if it's going to be a laugh. So let's see what happens. And I heard the buzzer. So let's reveal this, and then I'm going to jump in. A couple more shout-outs needs to go on in the chat right now. And the question was, Pago is the capital of what US territory? And the answer is American Samoa. There you go. Answers above my head. American Samoa. So there's a few in with that particular answer, so well done. I think that was Alex Tox and Launchpad Astronomy came in with that one. Well done. I'm going to clear the deck. We're going to jump on over to here. Let's jump back. We're here on the full set. And I saw PhotoFin. Welcome to the stream. Jump it into the stream. Welcome. Alex is asking, where's my green screen? My green screen's actually sitting over there on the other side behind a blanket, which is now some acoustic treated to stop the room echoing so much. On my stand over there. Behind me, I've put some black up. That's new. The black is new. So, yes. And Big Dog's coming to us from Huntsville, Alabama. That sounds like a pretty cool place, Huntsville, Alabama. And it's 1 a.m. 1 a.m. It's 11 p.m. Okay. I'm highlighting. I don't know what I'm highlighting. What am I highlighting? I'm just highlighting random chat messages now. It must be that time of the day. Time for a coffee, I say. I'm going to put the kettle on after this stream. I'm going to make a coffee. And I'm going to watch some channel roasting. I hope the channel roasting tastes nice. You know, like a big roast leg of lamb on a spit or a pig on a spit. I reckon, a pig on a spit. That sort of roast. That's the sort of roast that I reckon will be really cool. Yes. Where is my coffee? Exactly, Sweeney. Where's my coffee? All I've got to drink right now is my water. I need that coffee coming up very soon. Very soon. And here's Hard Knocks Television. Welcome to the stream as well. I'm looking. Everybody's and where Alex Tox is 5:17 p.m. Some people are dropping their locations or their time zones. There was some big dogs. Where Big Dog is, it's 8:16 a.m. So that must be central. Is that central? Kind of the East Coast. It's just after 9. It's about an hour later. Photofin has stolen our coffee. Oh my goodness! Is that where my coffee's gone? Lovely. Well, the one thing I have to keep an eye on, of course, is this. That's what time, how much time we've got left before Nimmin Live, so just over 11 minutes. So we need to wrap up before then. So I reckon we've got time for one more trivia question. We're going to drop it in just a second. Here we go. And the last trivia question for today, well, it's good because I've only got 2 left, so if we do one of those, we're good. What is the fastest fish in the ocean? So we're looking for the name of the fish. What is the fastest fish in the ocean? Let's put that time on the clock, shall we? All right, let's get those answers pumping in the chat. What is the name of the fastest fish in the ocean? We're looking for it, and we'll reveal the correct answer in 2.5 minutes' time. Here we go. There's some answers coming in already. Let's start highlighting the possible guesses. Daniel's coming in with swordfish. Hard Knocks Television says me. Lemonhead Penny says dolphin. Alex Tox says sailfish. Big Dog is in with sharks. Lemonhead Penny's also said shark. Hard Knocks Television has also gone the shark. Felicia's come in with marlin. We've got a good cross section of fish here. Sonic Fish Edition. I'll pay that. I'll pay that as a good answer. Paul Peck has come in with a porpoise. And before we continue with the guesses, it's a big shout out to Neil dropping £10. Douglas, go buy a coffee. Paul Peck, blow me. Thanks, Neil. I will use that for coffee. Absolutely. Let's get back into the answers. Predictors coming with shark. Spiral Queen in with sailfish. Hard Knocks Television asks a question. Is it Nemo? Alex Stock says, just now realised that his logo looks very creepy. Put a hashtag yes if you agree. And a bit of laughter by Sweeties. Laughing there's rolling and laughing. Fastest fish in the ocean. We're going to reveal the answer in 40 seconds. Alice comes in himself with a hashtag yes. There we go. The Dougfin. The Dougfin. I didn't know there was a fish named after me. Here we go. And Paul Peck's in with another super chat. Well, thanks, Paul. He's come back with kiss my grits, Neil. Oh, the super chat war is continuing. Sweetie is laughing now. You've got Sweetie going. But we've got to reveal the answer because it's time to reveal the answer. And the question was, of course, what is the fastest fish in the ocean? And the answer is sailfish. So if you said sailfish, you are correct. I have a feeling that I did this question right in one of the early days, one of the very first episodes of the Wake Up Show. So I think we've come back around and I've hit that question before. It does seem familiar to me now that I bring that one up. So let's clear the board there and let's get back to me. Here we are. Back to the chat. There's a question. Felicia asks, how long does it take for the community tab to be unlocked after hitting 1,000 subs? Great question. Mine, I got it pretty much a week after I hit 1,000. I got a nice email from YouTube telling me about it and welcoming me to whatever it was, 1,000 subscriber club. I don't know what they called it. I'd allow a week, and once you hit 1,000, and you should have that. You'll get a nice email from YouTube, and then you'll see the tab will be there, and you can go for it after that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yes. And as that clock ticks down, it's down just over 6 minutes till Nimmin Live. So what that means now is we're going to wrap things up here on the Wake Up Show because as we do, we're going to pass things on to Dee and Nick over on Nimmin Live. So let's get a hashtag Nimminati in the chat right now. One thing to remember is all the questions that we went through today on the show, they could be used later tonight, or today, I should say, on Nimmin Live, later in the show when they do one tip trivia. I send Dee the questions. He pulls some of those questions out and uses those as questions for people to get correct and get a free tip from Nick Nimmin on their channel. So make sure that if you're hanging around on Nimmin Live that you stay for later in the show. Remember some of the questions that you heard today because those answers might come in handy. All right. Where are we? In the chat. One final sweep of the chat before we wrap things up. Alex asks, how long does it take for your creator award to arrive? I mean, 100. You have 100,000. Had 10. There's no creator award for 100. It's not a creator reward for 1,000 either. You got to wait till you get to 100,000 before you get the first award. So, yes, you'll be waiting a while. Put it that way. Sweeney says, see you all at the roast. Hashtag Nimminati. Thank you, Daniel. There's a lot of hashtags. Nimminati roast. Tab John says, see you there. Meet you there. Nimminati. Nimminati. And yes, Predictor, you could be right. Instead of getting a tip, you might get a quick roasting. So maybe you want to forget the answers. Anyway, that's it for today. We're going to wrap things up so we can get on over to Nick's channel for Nimmin Live coming up in just a few minutes. I'm going to drop that in the chat right now for you guys in case you want to know how to get over there. And here we go. This is Doug from Doug Hewson YouTube. And we'll catch you later.